Good morning. My introduction will come a little bit later, but first thing this morning, I had to pick out what socks I wanted to wear for October 1st. I am wearing my Marley Bird design, my first vest. And I'm making breakfast here, making coffee. I was very hungry this morning, so making coffee, making my breakfast. I'm having an omelet with some sausage links and a pumpkin pancake. And I'm emptying the dishwasher as I go. That's my strategy for getting that done quicker. Not everything gets emptied first thing, but I also then remembered I had to put an apron on because I spill everything on my belly these days. Now I'm ready to sit down and eat, and then you'll see my intro. Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday, October 1st. It is 8:24 in the morning, and I just wanted to do a little introduction. So my name is Dale of the Knit One T2 podcast. That podcast is where I talk about my makings, my knitting, other crafts sometimes, cross stitch, newly, and things like that. But this is my Vlogtober where I will be talking about my makings, but also will be going through postpartum meal prepping and preparing my freezer and going shopping to get the, have good foods in the house. So I'll talk more about that as the month goes on. I live in Rhode Island with my husband and my 7.5-year-old daughter and newborn daughter that will be here when she gets here. I'm due in December. I am 28 weeks and 2 days pregnant today. My daughter was born 8 weeks early. I'm not going to go through too many details, about my medical. That's personal, but she was born early, and so I want to start meal prepping now, so it's ready, and to do some experimenting with recipes. So I want to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you like my content and feel so inclined, I'd appreciate you to like and subscribe to my channel and like my videos. It really does help me out, and I really appreciate everyone. And even if you don't and you're still watching, I appreciate you as well. I wrote down where you can find me below in the video description, on Instagram as knit1.t2, and Ravelry if you are a maker, knit1t2. And then I have my Goodreads listed down below because I will be talking about the audiobooks I'm listening to, and I actually am reading a Kindle book as well. Let's see. I'm going to try and make a list of other Vlogtobers that I find. I don't know of too many people who are doing Vlogtober. I know Aquila of a Lefty podcast is doing Socktober, where she's going to crank something on her crank machine every day. So that's pretty cool if you want to go check her out. And like I said, I will let you know and put in the description box other Vlogtobers, or just let you know which ones I'm watching. If you have any suggestions for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. What else? I say a lot. It's just me. I'm not going to apologize every time I do. I'm a little crazy. My hair is always a mess. This is the time of year in New England where you wear one outfit in the morning because it's chilly, and you wear another one in the afternoon because it's warm, and then you have to add another layer on in the evening again because it gets colder again. So that is fall in New England. Let's see. Weekends are always a little different. So Saturdays, my husband is home all day, so generally I don't talk too much. This is like from Vlogmas last year. But Sunday mornings, he gets up and goes to open a restaurant, and I think he leaves here at between 4:30 and 5 in the morning. So, there's that. So we'll see how much talking or actual stuff I get done on the weekends. I tend to, knit a lot on the weekends, especially on Sundays. We watch football, things like that. I am going to try and record every day. I cannot make promises. Hold on. I have my coffee in a mug. I think I got this at the dollar store, actually. And I know I follow a lead person on Instagram. It probably has lead in it, I'm aware. Sometimes there's just too much bad things you gotta do. Anyways, that's a tangent. Okay, that I didn't want to go on. Okay, I'm going to try and record every day. I will not make set in stone promises and say definitively I will. Like I said before, my daughter was born 8 weeks early. 3 weeks leading up to that, I was in the hospital on and off, so I will not make promises. I will not be sharing too much like personal medical information, but I will try and record each day. I will try and do little posts on YouTube, which I actually found and like. I don't know how those pop up for people, because I just kind of discovered them. So, but I will try and just do a little post each day. YouTube also is not being very kind with my upload times. So I will try and have the video uploading like overnight, but once again, I can't control YouTube. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's just YouTube in general or what. But yeah, so there's that. There will probably be minimal editing on these vlogs just because this is my life, and yeah. The less time I spend editing, the quicker I can get the videos out to you. And it's raw and real, and you know, you're coming along for a day-to-day with me, so this is not a polished podcast. Not that my podcasts are polished either. But if you've been watching, you know that. But yeah, so 6 minutes of rambling for my introduction, and I think that's good. I am going to knit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go wind some yarn for a new October 1st cast on, and I will show you that. Okay, so I have gotten more coffee. I did a couple rows, and I'm going to wind up my October 1st cast on. I had this planned actually since like last year, but I didn't have any yarn. So I did end up through the year buying some yarn. So this is going to be like my main color, and this is Knit Picks Stroll Fingering Weight. Night is the colorway. It's 462 yards, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. So that is the main color. And then I'm going to do a pop of color cuff. The Crazy Sock Lady has a tutorial on how to do that, so you want to figure that out. But this is Stroll, Knit Picks Stroll. Fingering weight, colorway is Pumpkin. It's 231 yards and 50 grams. 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. Oh, so it's the same. This is just fine. Superwash merino wool, and this is not fine. So I'm hoping that I can find the center pull of this so that I can leave it, but we'll see. So I have a Knit Pick Swift. I know I've talked about that. I had a winding video where I talked about my Swift and my ball winder. I'm doing this at my kitchen counter because it's easier for me now to be able to stand up and not have to like scrunch down too far. And then this, I don't think this, oh, it is on. Is it? No. I had this on a different. What am I doing? It's all backwards. I was going to wind this yesterday and then just never got around to it. So here I am. Don't fall, don't fall. Okay. There we go. And then this is going to be the progress keeper, or no, stitch marker that I'm going to use on this project. It's a little ghost I made. His eyes did not come out the way I intended. Oh wait, before I must have flipped my camera, my phone. His eyes did not come out the way I intended to, but I made him the other day, and I made some more that don't have the black in the eyes, just like an indent. So yeah, I'm experimenting with stitch markers and clay stitch markers. So I'm going to put a time lapse of me winding My yarn, would you like to say hi? I give Liliana the option to be in or not in my videos. So she wanted to say hello. But yes, I don't force her to be in my videos. I don't tell her she's not allowed to. I just give her that option. So I wound up the black and white yarn, and my husband came home. He doesn't like to be in the videos, but time lapses are okay because you can't really see. And he's not speaking, so that's fine. And then I went to go look at my orange yarn and see if I could find the center pull and couldn't, so I had to cake this one up too, and then wound up caking it up 2 more times after this because it just got so incredibly messy when I sat down to try and cast on. But then they were ready to go. I'm calling these my ghost and pumpkin socks. We stopped at Kohl's and I loved those football blankets. Really, we were there to look for rugs for the baby's room and for the living room, but we did not really find anything we fell in love with, but now we have an idea. And then it was time to sit in the car and knit for a few minutes while we waited for my stepdaughter to get out of work so that we could go apple picking. We like to go apple picking every year, and the weather has been so unforgiving this year. So we finally were able to go, and we saw this bizarre thing that someone had stacked apples up there. We thought it was really kind of funny. But it's just always fascinating to me to see all the apples, still so many to be picked. And then I found a friend, of course, with all the apples on the ground. The bees are all over the place. So this one just really liked my hand. I think it was sucking up all the apple juice that was on my hand. And I am not allergic to bees. I've been stung multiple times before, so I was not worried for myself, but I know for some people this could be triggering because I know there are people who are anaphylactically allergic, but for me it was pretty cool. Then home to make some apple crisp. This was before I baked it, and while I made that, I made honey mustard dressing, hard-boiled eggs, chicken tenders, and we had some salad. I cleaned up the kitchen, and it's time to sit and knit and watch football. And look at that sun pouring in. Hello. So I figured I'd show my face one more time here. I'm not on a tripod, so it's a little shaky. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're not doing much more. It is 7:23 p.m. I'm going to I had a little bit of dinner. We had a late lunch, but I did have some chicken legs that I had baked in the oven. And I had some rice and that I fried up with some onions, garlic, and bok choy. And yeah, basically I'm going to have some apple crisp after my shower. My husband's in the shower now. My daughter already showered. It's the shower train. And we're just going to sit. I'm going to knit a little bit more and watch football. I haven't made much progress, to be honest with you. I don't know. I can't really focus well right now. But yeah, so that's really it. So I figured I will sign off here tonight and get this video edited and on its way to be uploading overnight. So hopefully it will be there for you in the morning. So thank you everyone for being with me today, and I hope everyone had a great Sunday, October 1st, and I will chat with everyone tomorrow. Bye. Good night.